English translation, 152nd contact. Wednesday, 4th November 1981, 1847 hours thought transmission contact.
Due to the lack of necessary time for a direct contact, I reach you telepathically today. The arrival of our Lyran and Vegan personnel, who take over our tasks on the Earth for the time being, makes a lot of work for me, which is why I lack the necessary time for a personal appearance. I call you today because I would like to confirm to you my decision regarding my calculations regarding your monthly financial contributions, still before your next meeting. I have taken all such concerns to hand again and analyzed them in great detail. The result of my clarification showed that the calculated data are of correctness, which is why they should be respected by all group members. In this regard, as I know, you have already drafted a written list, which you have wisely made available to me as a copy. This list corresponds to my calculations, and it was correctly made by you. Every group member should think about these calculations and act accordingly, for it is of necessity. Furthermore, I have thought about the further use of various group members again because this use is still repeatedly unsatisfactory. So far, I have not yet found a solution for this, because these issues are more complicated to handle than what might be assumed at first thought. Regarding Thomas, however, I have gotten the same result as before, so I can only confirm to you what I have provided as an arrangement for him. Henceforth, he has to carry out 2 full night watches per month, which last from midnight until the break of dawn. In addition, he should still be assigned to another half of a night watch, in order to create a balance with the other night watchers. Both full night watches should be completed by him in each case on the nights of the first and third Saturday to Sunday, while the remaining half of a night watch occurs through the division. Furthermore, it is to be said to Thomas that unpleasant things work in him, and it is his duty to resolve these. There is no need, however, for me to explain more about it, for he knows enough about it already. What is otherwise still to be said is that the progress and success of the group in all aspects has started off well in recent weeks. However, much more attention still has to be paid to the fact that the given ordinal rules actually become observed. Occasionally, tendencies still exist among the individual group members not to observe the ordinal rules and, instead, to violate these and make exceptions to these. This, however, should not appear. Rather, it needs to be corrected in every respect. Now, my friend, I would like to inform you that all of our replacement personnel have arrived here, and that I have already issued the first instructions and tasks. So already in a very short time, I will find enough room for me to talk with you personally, face to face. From everyone, I am to send you dear greetings as well as all group members. They are all glad, as well as we, that now everything with you can still be steered onto the right track, and that the first successes have already become apparent. This statement also lies in my own personal sense. And since this is so, I would now also like the group members to understand that we will again be ready in the next year or the year after that to do some demonstrations, which should specifically be for the group members, and during which films and photographs may be made, as was formerly the case before the unpleasantness was at hand. Nevertheless, this commitment can only have validity if the overall efforts continue on, and all obligations are fulfilled properly, which also refers to the study of the teaching as well as to the meditation exercise, which unfortunately is not always followed and was entirely omitted by a group member, which must now be fixed by him most urgently. These are the concerns that I had to explain to you today, and which should still be inserted into your clarifications at your next meeting. Now, until the next personal meeting, my friend, until we meet again.
Bill is down to business. Serving information to the whole core group, Quetzal explains the following.
Elsie complains constantly about the poor state of her finances, and indeed, as the only member of the group. But the fact that she has placed herself into this bad financial situation, she does not want to see this with all of her often stated reasons. In particular, she does not want to see that she can bring in the necessary financial means for her private interests and for the group interests just by accepting a steady job, through which she earns an income 5 days a week. It is now urgently necessary that the group members can make Elsie understand that she has to give up her temporary work and at last rationally search for and take over a full-time employment. Nevertheless,